The gruesome details of a socialite's murder have sent shockwaves through Hong Kong, a city typically regarded as one of the safest in the world, and has been extensively discussed on social media in mainland China and Taiwan, as well as in global news media. The unfolding saga of the murder of influencer Abby Choi is the epitome of the saying, "Don't look a gift horse in the mouth." Who was Abby Choi? Why has her murder caused such shock in Hong Kong? And what are the developments in this grisly case? Choi, a fashion icon and media personality, had established herself as one of the industry's most sought-after influencers. She was a trendsetter due to her acute sense of style and ability to mix and match items. With over 100,000 Instagram followers, Choi had fans in Hong Kong and worldwide. Choi was featured on the January 2023 cover of the lifestyle publication L'Officiel Monaco, which described her as a, quote, style icon and media personality who took the world by storm with her impeccable sense of style and her unbridled passion for fashion, end quote. The magazine described her as a true trendsetter and stated that she, quote, carved a name out for herself as one of the most sought-after influencers in the industry, end quote. She was a fixture at Paris Fashion Week and has been featured in numerous high-profile publications including Elle, Vogue, and Harper's Bazaar. Choi has been photographed with celebrities such as the rapper and record producer Pharrell Williams. She was also an animal lover and co-founder of Hong Kong's Palmays charitable organization and animal rescue organization. Choi grew up in Hong Kong as the oldest of 3 daughters. Her affluent family owned a construction company with China-based operations. Additionally, the model had a financial worth of over $17.2 million. Choi married her ex-husband, Alex Kwong Kong Chi, when she was 18 years old in 2012 and had 2 children, now 8 and 10 years old. She also has 2 children with her current partner, Tam Chuk Kwan, who described Abby as, quote, kind-hearted and good person who always wanted to help others, end quote. Choi divorced Alex Kwong Kong Chi sometime before 2016 and began a relationship with Tam Chuk Kwan, whose father had founded Tamja Yunnan Machine, a well-known chain of restaurants. Despite this, Choi maintained strong ties with the Kwongs. According to the police, she purchased a 4-bedroom, 1,820-square-foot luxury apartment in Hong Kong's exclusive Kanduri Hill neighborhood for her ex-family and 2 children, as well as assisting her ex-brother-in-law in buying another property. A close acquaintance of Choi's stated that she would occasionally holiday with the families of her ex and current partner and had a good relationship with them. According to some news sources, she once operated a pancake stand with her ex-brother-in-law Anthony Kwong, who, up until her death, also served as her personal chauffeur. An Instagram account belonging to Anthony contains several photographs of Choi in which he wishes her a happy birthday and refers to her as sis. However, according to police, this family relationship deteriorated last year when Choi decided to sell the Kanduri Hill apartment. Despite being purchased by Choi, the property was registered in the name of Alex Kwong's father, Kwong Kao, allegedly to avoid $1 million in stamp duties. According to mortgage records, Kao purchased the apartment in July of 2019 for almost $9.3 million and paid off the entire mortgage by October 2019. Even though Choi promised to find a new home for the Kwongs, Kao, a former police officer previously accused of rape in an unrelated case, opposed Choi's plans to sell the property. Choi consulted a lawyer because of this dispute, who advised her that if she could verify that she had paid for the property, she could still receive money from its sale. On the 21st of February 2023, Abby Choi went missing. Choi's decapitated corpse was discovered in a village in Hong Kong's Tai Po district on the 24th of February 2023, 3 days after she was reported missing. The coming revelations, in this case, will make anyone's in-law horror story seem like a nursery tale. On the 21st of February, Anthony Kwong allegedly drove a 7-seater vehicle to Choi's Kanduri Hill apartment to fetch her and drive her to collect one of her children from school. The car came to a halt just as they were getting close to the entryway to the Lion Rock Tunnel, which cuts through the mountains to the north of the central business district of Hong Kong. Choi's ex-husband Alex Kwong got in the car at that time. It is unclear what transpired next, but Choi was reported missing later, a day after she failed to collect her child from school. She was last seen carrying a purple handbag while donning a white t-shirt, pants, and footwear. Officers questioned the Kwongs about Choi's disappearance, but the two brothers and the father provided false or misleading information. "They created plenty of lies and smokescreens to mislead us," said a detective, causing investigators to waste time reviewing surveillance footage to verify their claims. Not until the 24th of February, after analyzing and cross-checking the Kwong statements, did the authorities realize that the Kwongs were implicated in Choi's disappearance. Hong Kong police have named Choi's ex-father-in-law as the mastermind behind her murder. Kwong Kao is a retired Hong Kong police lieutenant who received a medal for long service in 2001 and left the force in 2005. Local news outlets report that he was compelled to resign after being accused of sexually assaulting a woman. According to Hong Kong police, he rented a ground-floor apartment in a 3-story home in Lung Mai Tsuen, a seaside village in Hong Kong's Plover Cove that is a popular retreat for city residents, in early February. A 47-year-old woman, Ying Chi Wing, allegedly aided him in renting the property and a second apartment in the city. According to local media, she is a masseuse who has been dating Kwong Kao for approximately 6 months. She had told co-workers that a, quote, rich old man wished to take care of her, and she had been coming to work infrequently recently. It was in this rented house that Choi would take her last breaths. On the 24th of February, police raided the Lung Mai Tsuen residence. According to the reports, the village apartment's 2 bedrooms lacked the typical furnishings of an inhabited home. A police superintendent stated at a press conference on the 25th of February, quote, "The suspects covered the walls of the flat with a sail, and they put on face shields and raincoats so they would not get bloodstained by dismembering the body." End quote. Police also discovered a ghoulish makeshift butcher shop containing a meat grinder, an electric saw, 2 varieties of choppers, a mallet, face shields, and Choi's purple handbag. 2 human legs that had been dismembered were found inside the refrigerator, along with 2 containers full of soup that investigators suspected contained human remains. The broth included carrots, green radishes, and minced flesh. When the soup was later closely examined at a police forensics facility, a skull and rib cage were also discovered. Kao, Ying Chi Wing, Anthony, and Jenny Lee, Choi's ex-mother-in-law, were promptly detained. But Alex Kwong was nowhere to be found, so a manhunt was initiated. The news electrified social media in China. Choi's friend Pao Zhou-yi and Tam's family offered a reward of $2 million Hong Kong for information leading to Kwong's arrest. Doris, a Taiwanese internet celebrity, contributed $1 million Hong Kong to the incentive. According to police, Kwong hid in an opulent apartment rented by Ying Chi Wing in the Arch Sky Tower in the heart of Hong Kong. Officers received information on the 25th of February that Kwong allegedly intended to flee the city by speedboat and intercepted him at the Tung Chung Development Pier on Hong Kong's western island of Lantau, close to the international airport. According to news reports, Kwong was detained with $4 million Hong Kong worth of cash and luxury watches. On the 27th of February 2023, the police filed murder charges against Alex Kwong, his brother, and his father, as well as allegations of perverting the course of justice against Alex Kwong's mother and aiding an offender against Ying Chi Wing. All suspects formally accused in court were denied parole and detained pending further investigation. Their cases are postponed until the 8th of May, 2023. More than 100 police officers wearing protective gear traveled to the Northeast New Territories landfill in Ta Kwu Ling, approximately 15 minutes from mainland China, on the morning of the 28th of February to search for Choi's missing body parts with excavators and spades. The police had previously stated they were still searching for her limbs and torso. Police said the suspects threw away several bags of important evidence in the morning of the 22nd of February. They may be some human body parts, or they could be the clothes and the phone of the victim, or even the weapons. Hong Kong has one of the lowest murder rates in the world, with between 0.2 and 0.9 homicides per 100,000 people each year, despite its long and rich history of organized crime. Henry Chow Hoi Leung, who murdered his parents in 2013 and placed their severed heads in the refrigerator, was the last homicide to generate so much media attention. In 2015, he was given a life sentence. Following Choi's passing, her Instagram page was inundated with tributes, compliments, and condolences, while her followers increased from approximately 20,000 to over 100,000. Anthony Kwong's posts, many of which depict him dining out at restaurants or reclining on the deck of a yacht, were inundated with angry comments labeling him a psycho, demon, and cold-blooded. Numerous Chinese-language social media users and some media agencies compared the case to the 2019 South Korean film Parasite, in which an impoverished family gradually infiltrates the home of a wealthy family. Subscribe and hit the notification button to get our updates on this tragic case.